Great to see everybody. Great to see you. I'm glad to see the revolution is continuing.
Hey guys. Hey there. How you doing? Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Please. Thank you. Thank you. CPAC is always fabulous. Thank you. What a welcome. Great friends. Great to be with you again today. By the way, I have been in that woman's shadow ever since our first date in high school. And over the years together, she's waged some pretty impressive battles.
So there's a lot of exciting things going on. There is truly a revolution going on in this country. And we've been dealing with this and encouraging it because I do believe that we live in a time where we do need a change in attitude, a change in ideas. We don't need to just change the political parties. We need to change our philosophy about what this country is all about.
It is going to take a lot more than new rhetoric to put Americans back to work. It's going to take a new president.
This country is waking up, and we want to protect our civil liberties as well as our economic liberties.
The other night, from opposite coasts of the country, Ann and I were watching the President's State of the Union address, and she figured out pretty quickly what was going on. She sent me an email saying that what he was saying sounded just like he was reading my CPAC speech from last year.
We should all assume personal responsibility for promoting the ideals of liberty.
It sounded like he was going to dig up the First Lady's organic garden and put in a Bob's Big Boy. Make no mistake here, folks. What we're watching is not Brave New World. What we're watching is Groundhog Day.
The Patriot Act is literally the destruction of the Fourth Amendment. That's what it's all about.
As he watched millions and millions of Americans lose their jobs, lose their homes, lose their hope, his response was this: it could be worse. It could be worse? This is the leader of the free world's answer to the greatest job crisis since the Great Depression? What's next? Let them eat cake? Excuse me, let them eat organic cake?
There's nothing wrong with what the founders talked about. They talked about having friendships and trading, getting along with people, and staying out of the entangling alliance in the internal affairs of foreign nations when it's none of our business.
The world and our valiant troops watched in confusion as the president announced that he intended to win the war in Afghanistan as long as it didn't go beyond August of 2012. And while the Taliban may not have an air force or sophisticated drones, they do have calendars.
It makes no sense for us to think that we can keep troops in 135 countries, 900 bases, and think we can do it forever. So no matter how badly you want us to do that, it's time to reassess that foreign policy. It's time for us to bring troops home. We've had troops in Japan since World War II and in Germany. Why are we paying for their defense?
An uncertain world has been made more dangerous by the lack of clear direction from a weak president. I mean, Iran is arming Hezbollah and Hamas and is rushing towards nuclear armament. North Korea fired missiles, tested nukes, sunk a ship, and shelled a South Korean island. From the sands of Omaha Beach to the dark valleys of the Hindu Kush, we have fought with an unmatched courage and determination, not to conquer territory, but to give others the chance to experience the liberty that is humanity's destiny.
There's some people, and sometimes they're referred to as neoconservatives, and they're sort of neo-Jacobins, where they believe that we have this moral responsibility to use force to go around the world and say, you will do it our way or else. Well, force doesn't work. It never works. The best way to get people to act more like us if we're doing a good job is for us to have a sound economy, a sound dollar, treat people decently, have a foreign policy that makes common sense, treat people like we want to be treated, and then maybe they would want to emulate us and say, freedom does work and we ought to try it. But we can't force it on other people.
Without a paycheck, you can't take care of your family. You can't buy school books for your kids. You can't keep a car on the road or help an aging parent make ends meet. President Obama has stood watch over the greatest job loss in modern American history. And that, my friends, is one inconvenient truth that will haunt this president throughout history. Liberals should be ashamed that they and their policies have failed these good and decent Americans.
It's the bipartisanship of the welfare system, the warfare system, the monetary system, the challenge to our civil liberties. It all goes through with support from both parties.
The right answer is to believe in America, to believe in free enterprise, capitalism, limited government, federalism, to believe in the Constitution as it was written and intended by the founders. That's the right answer.
There is no authority in the Constitution to have a Federal Reserve System, no authority for the welfare state, and no authority for the police state. It's not there.
Given all that America has done to lift others from poverty, given the millions of afflicted we have helped to heal and comfort, and given the hundreds of thousands of America's sons and daughters' lives that have been sacrificed and are today sacrificed to defend freedom, I will not and I will never apologize for America.
So let's say we even theoretically, and a miracle happened, and we balance the budget where we are today. It would be still a disaster because we're spending too much money. But it wouldn't change a whole lot. When a crisis comes, guess what happens? Guess who does the bailing out? And most people say, oh, well, that's the Federal Reserve's job to do that. No, it is our job to check up and find what the Federal Reserve has done, audit them, and find out who their buddies are that they're taking care of.
I wouldn't be asking Timothy Geithner how the economy works, or Larry Summers how to start a business. I know.
The purpose of all political activity, from my viewpoint, is to promote liberty. If you can't steal from your neighbor, you can't send the government to your neighbor to steal for you. There should be no redistribution of wealth.
The America that you and I believe in has a goodness and a greatness that creates a unique American genius. And that genius has blessed the world, led the world, even saved the world from the unimaginable darkness that could have occurred.
I would like to make one suggestion before I close that just to think about, because it's not a perfect solution, but especially the young people. What if I could, if I had the authority to do it, what if I could offer you and say, look, we're not doing such a good job in government these days. We make promises and we don't know about the future. But would you consider opting out of the whole system under one condition? You pay 10% of your income, but you take care of yourself. Don't ask the government for anything.
I believe in America. We believe in freedom and opportunity. We believe in free enterprise and capitalism. We believe in the American dream, and we believe that the principles that made America the world's leader yesterday will make America the world's leader forever. We love this land. We believe in America. This is who we are.
I tell you what, if you learn about it, study it, promote free market economics, and fight for this, I can guarantee you, you will sleep better at night, you will enjoy your life, and you will feel like you're doing something worthwhile. Defend liberty.
Believe in America. Our freedom depends on it. Thank you. Great to be with you. Thank you.
The winner of the straw poll this year, Okay. Okay. Congressman Ron Paul gets 30%. Former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, gets 23%.